Hey guys, welcome back to the Medkit Diaries YouTube channel. My name is Suchita and you might have guessed from the title of the video, I'm going to be comparing PrepLadder's 2020 notes to their new notes from 2021. If you guys have been following me, you know that I've been using PrepLadder as my primary source for the past 1 year, and I am super stoked to be able to do this comparison, to see and feel the new notes, and I'd like to thank the people over at PrepLadder for sending them over so I could make this video. Also, as a side note, I need to mention that I am not planning to switch over to the 2021 notes. I have spent an entire year reading and annotating the notes from last year, and that's what I'm going to be sticking to. For this comparison, I am going to be dividing the video into 3 parts. So first I'm going to talk about the physical aspects, which will include the cover, the size, the fonts, and the formatting of the notes. Then I'm going to be talking specifically about the content within the notes. And lastly, I'm going to share my own thoughts regarding the new update. And at the very end, I'm going to tell you how you can buy the new notes. So let's get into it. So let's talk about size. The newer notebooks are a little bit smaller in dimension as well as thicker. Personally, I like these dimensions a little bit better because they fit in my hand and are a little bit easier to handle. Overall, it didn't really make a huge difference. So this is something that I was super excited about, which is the covers of the new notebooks. Now, I've already talked about this on my Instagram story, and I really love the pastel muted tones of the covers. I know that you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but these ones are really nice to look at. There's a drawing on the front of the cover, unlike last year, which had a photograph on it. And also the PrepLadder symbol is in different colors. So this year it's black as opposed to last year where it was the usual blue color. I think this year's notebooks are a lot more aesthetically pleasing to look at. The previous year's notes were either handwritten or in this italic text. This year in the notes that I've received, all of them have a uniform font and they kind of look more formal, I think, in my opinion. As you can see, the headings and subheadings are in different colors as it was last year. Now, the biggest change in terms of formatting is actually how the notes are structured inside. Last year, there was a lot of space in between the notes, and this year what they've done is that they've kind of compressed it so that there's a dedicated space on the side of each page where we can write the notes that we invariably end up adding anyway. Also, this little guy at the top of the column kind of reminds me of the characters Bhoju and Paheli, I think they were called, in our NCERT textbooks in middle school. Also, they've forgone the pages at the end of each chapter, and usually I would have used this space to add larger topics or tables that I wanted to add to the notes. As you can see, I made really good use of a lot of these extra pages that were provided. And in the new ones, I just wrote it at the end of the topic or off to the side wherever I could find space. Paper quality is pretty much the same as last year. Also, at the end of the notebooks, there are these inspirational stories from students from all over the country, which I think was really nice. Alright, moving on to the main bit, which is actually the content. The content from this year's notes are actually very similar to last year's, and I think this is a huge plus if you were thinking about switching to the new notes because you're aiming for exams either next year or the end of this year. And the content is really familiar, so I think a switch would actually be pretty easy if those were the exams you were aiming for. So I compared dermatology notes because that's what I was studying, and here are some of the things that I observed. First of all, the notes are actually really similar to how they were last year, but because the lectures have been updated, the flow of the notes are a little bit different. Some points have been added to different parts of the chapters. So in the old notes, you see how like the cells of epidermis is given here and the layers are given down here. In the new notes, they have made one section for the cells and the layers and showing the direction in which they are. Also, the mnemonic legs, which I just wrote down myself. But you also see like the content itself is actually the same. The same question is given here. And honestly, I think the flow is a little bit better in the newer edition. Here you can see in relation to Langerhans cells, they've had the picture of the Borberg granules right with the topic. In the old notes, here's where it's mentioned, and a few pages later is where they have the image. So in that sense, the new notes have been formulated in a way that it's a lot more flowy. One major difference I noticed was that the new notes have a lot more tables. Also, you see how like the keratin heterodimers are given over here, but they're like just on the second page in the old notes, and they're given in like this numbered format, whereas in the new notes they have been tabulated. Right, again, like the difference in how they're formatted. Here we have the touch receptors and this flowchart over here, and that's been transcribed into a table, and it looks nicer this way. While the previous year's notes did have good flow, watching the videos alongside them made them easier to follow, but I think this year's notes are actually easier to follow without the videos. So in case that's the kind of revision you were going for, I think it's very much possible to do that without watching the videos necessarily. This year's notes actually feel a lot more structured. So while it has the same things of good flow, easy to read, high points, high yield points, and all of that from last year, they've been arranged to make it easier to see. And I think the whole experience of reading the notes is going to be a lot more smoother with the 2021 notes. Another thing that's been added are timestamps. Now the notes have timestamps for the corresponding videos. So instead of how I would previously do it is go to the timestamps below the video to find out the point that I actually needed clarification on. I think having the timestamps in the notes itself makes it a little bit quicker. Everything feels a little bit more spaced out in this year's notes. And as I mentioned previously, the notes are a little bit thicker. And I think that's a combination of the smaller dimensions, the increased font size, and also the additional information that they've added. There's this entire section of the distribution of melanocytes, which isn't there in the old notes. One of the things that I noticed was some of the points that I had added like handwritten in my notes were actually typed out this time. And I thought that was really funny to observe, which means that the notes this time are a lot more intuitive, because I felt like I had to add that point and hand wrote that down, and this year it was included in the notes officially. Also in last year's notes, because of the shorthand, some points seemed to lack context, especially if you hadn't watched the videos or you hadn't studied that topic before. This year they've added a lot of words and sentences to provide context for the notes. So as an example of that, over here you can see it says 36 keratinocytes and melanocytes form the EMU, and over here they've shown how one melanocyte transfers melanosomes to the surrounding 36 keratinocytes. Now you can understand this if you've seen the video and you know what this means, but over here in the new notes they've specifically mentioned that there's a transfer of melanosomes. So I think it's like the small differences in the wordings that's really made the difference between the 2020 notes and the 2021 notes. As mentioned in a lot of the other videos that PrepLadder has put out, they do have more images in these notes, and I think the images are also more relevant, which I think is great. A lot of the questions that we get are image based, right? So having more images to refer to in our notes is actually a huge plus. Here there's the question of piebaldism and there's no image of it. And a lot of the questions we get on this topic are actually based on images, because we'll get these kind of images in the question, so I'm glad for that. Another addition which is new to these notes specifically is the addition of mind maps at the end of each chapter. Now a lot of people like using mind maps. I think it's a great way to revise and summarize whatever you studied in a topic. And now if you hadn't previously been practicing this as a method of revision, I think having these at the end of the chapter will definitely help you in terms of revision and remembering the very main points of certain topics. Also, if you've been watching my videos, I think you might have realized I talk about this kind of house of information where I try to fit things in to make the house more full, so I remember more details about topics. And mind maps is like one of the best ways to actually fill in that bank of information that we have in our brains to recall from when we take the exam. So here are my thoughts. I really enjoyed the handwritten notes of last year, and while it did take me a little bit of getting used to reading the italics, I eventually was able to do that as well. But given that this year's notes are all the same font, there's this kind of uniformity and structure to them, I think it's going to be a lot more easier to read these new notes as compared to last year. The notes have been updated, as have the video lectures. So if you are planning on re-watching the lectures or watching the lectures in their entirety, I think that you should definitely consider investing in the new notes, because that's going to make the correlation between the lecture and the notes a lot more of a streamlined process. While I do miss the extra page at the end of each chapter, I think that that's something that can be easily overcome, because there are spaces at the end of the chapters and above and below the mind maps. And like I had also done last year, you can just write the notes that you need to on a flashcard and pin them to the chapter, as I've done here. All in all, I think this was a really good update in terms of the notes. They have had significant improvements in terms of the mind maps and the tables and the structure of the notes. And all of this has been done keeping in mind the new and changing patterns of the exams that we're supposed to take, and also the aesthetics that are kind of popular nowadays as well, which I, as somebody who likes visually appealing things, notebooks and stationery, I was really happy with. So before we end this video, here is some information about how to buy the notes. You can't buy the notes separately. You have to subscribe to PrepLadder in order to get the notes. And if you're already a subscribed member of PrepLadder, you can go to the app and there is a banner on the homepage, and just click on it and it'll take you through the steps to buy it. So guys, that was the end of the video. I hope that you found it useful. If you were planning on buying the new notes, or if you're planning to switch over, I hope this video helped you make that decision. And until the next video, bye!